Hi, welcome to my channel. This is Darcy's Mixed Media. I got some stencils this past week from PM Artist Studio, and Mariah sent me a bunch of little bits that I've glued together, and we'll see if they work. If not, I'll just take them back apart and use them individually like I did the other day. How I made that right there. So they're fun if I keep them apart, but they could also be fun if I put them together. So that's always nice. So how's everybody doing today? I hope everybody's good. I also got the Dragonfly Stencils. Let's see. I wanted to show you, I did that the other day. My son did this. That was like when he picked it up before he took off the stencil. So he used the little pieces and overlapped them and then did the bloopy loops behind them. So yeah, that's somewhat what I've done since the last time I saw you guys. I know, I have a nice good stack of gel plates. Ooh, I also did, hold on, squirrel. You know me, I squirreled. I had done this gel plate too, and I made it into a cover. I used the envelope with the bubble wrap in it, and then and this one I sewed. I didn't get quite where I wanted it, but I put it on the highest setting and sew it and hope that it's not going to tear apart. It's not ideal. But yeah, I just kind of threw this together the other day. Got some just journaling papers, a couple of vintage book pages, and gel plates. And another gel plate. I like to just keep these as flips so I can keep as much writing space in there. And then I like to add little bits. And then that was dyed and then sprayed and then used the stencil after it came off the gel plate to get the last little bits on there. And just folded that up for a pocket. And then there's a gel plate in the middle there with a stronger paper. There's the rest of that. See, I'll put something here that can flip out. Maybe even be more journaling space. Most likely, if I do anything else to it. See the C's? That was probably the one that I put on there from whatever that print was. Something like that. And then there's that. I love that. That's just so cool how that one came out. So yeah, that was just a random. I did put wallpaper in between, like, because I cut the envelope in half, so like the side I glued this on was the manila envelope side, and this side was just plastic bubble wrap. So I had some wallpaper I didn't love, which the wallpaper will give it strength and help it, reinforce this part and everything. And then I also did a hidden spine, so this is sewn onto this piece here, which is then glued onto there. So yeah, that was just a random little thing I made yesterday. Just out of the blue. Alright, I don't want to put this directly onto the plate because it'll be harder to get it off. Because Patricia had that issue in the live this morning. PM Artist Studio. So I'm going to do a layer of paint first. And if you think that I'm prepared with my paints, you'll be wrong. Because I just turned on my camera and thought, hey, I think I'll do some painting today. Because I wanted to try out this. Alright, I got this thing at the thrift store too. I forgot to tell you guys that. But mainly, I want my brayer. And I need a color. Oh, let's go with this agave. And what's this one? Just get another smaller brayer out too. The agave and... How weird would that be? It's like a... Actually, it looks pretty close to Payne's Gray. Alright, this is really heavy and there's no place to set it. That's the problem. And so I'm just gonna... Oh, that's also a brayer I want. Oh. I know, random just... Oh, there's shininess too. Let's grab out our Dragonflies. And my quinacridone violet. And the red oxide and the green gold because it's there, so why not? And then I've got a teal. Just kind of grabbing what I've got right here. And then I got a couple craft paints, because that's what didn't get put away. So that is what is in the basket. If I could find a place to put that basket near me, it'd be helpful, but there's no space. There's nothing. Nowhere, anywhere, nothing. All right, what did I say I was going to use the agave? Go ahead, just do a layer of that on there first. I don't know if I have enough. So I'm gonna, I had just the right amount, didn't I? Kinda, sorta. Let me grab this little piece of whatever that was on there. Alright, I'm just gonna leave it like that though, because I don't want to lose my... And then I just cut up some patterns and stuff, like the papers, the instructions to use. And I have, alright, let's see. I'm just gonna put that on there. Then I also cut up the pattern paper. The newer pattern paper seems to be a little bit, is hardier the word I want. Alright, I didn't cut this right. I thought I had it cut, but some of the pieces were in there, I guess. But I thought, you know, it was free tissue paper, basically. So I'm gonna do this and get that paint up. Get all in my little, because it's hard to tell what it will look like, because, you know, it's all glued together. And hello, that's kind of cool. And I was not trying to be, I was just being random as I put it together. I wasn't even hardly paying attention. I was just kind of going with the flow. Intuitive. All right, I'm going to let that dry for a minute. Yep, you're going to have to wait, but that's okay. We'll show the smaller bloopy loops so that you can see what those look like. If they're here, they should be here. Yeah. Bloopy loops. Yes, that is what they're called. Literally called bloopy loops. So I'm going to go ahead and do a layer of that. And put this on this side. I know I probably have plenty of paint. Whoops, that isn't plenty. That's plenty. That's more than enough, lady. I've been liking the look of the daisies where I've had like more than one color. So I kind of wanted to try it with the bloopy loops too. Yes, that is what they call it, bloopy loops. They have some cute names for their stencils. Who is they? PM Artist Studio, of course. Their website is pmartiststudio.com. I mean, I don't get paid to say that, but I do get extra bits in my stencils. But, you know, if Mariah likes you, you're pretty much going to get extra bits. So, and other than Costco, I don't know who she doesn't like. So, ooh, oh, oh, ooh, 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 ooh. Don't mind me. I'll show you why I'm oohing. Give me a second.
That's not good.
When I went over the stencil, I got the, you might not be able to see it much, I waited so long, but the image of the stencil came off on that. Now my paint is pretty thin here. Alright, that's going to get caught up, so I don't want to keep using that. Alright, turn that over. And then I'm going to take this off. And should have done this on the other pieces, but I should have done, or on something else. I don't know if there's much wet paint on there left. There, anyway. I don't see much. I'm recording, and that's a lot of noise you're making over there, dude. Seriously? You're making more noise now. I'm recording, dude. Alright, now that will let dry, but isn't that pretty though? Let's see, this is what it will actually look like. So, what else can we do? Oh, I think since I have this round plate, I'm gonna have to order the big C, because there's you know, I got these C's, but there's like one that is like a C, big C with the little C sticking out of it, which I guess sort of would end up being. I don't think I've tried this on a round plate yet. All right, let's do that. Gotta go with the darker color, of course. Oh my goodness. Clean your thing. Clean. I'm not good at doing that. I should clean the edges before I go making messes. I might do a little bit of the... It was purple. Actually, oh no, maybe this is the one that's the really dark purple. Oh yeah, I think that's what that is. I made like a really dark purple. I have one that's more of a Payne's gray, unless I changed it to the dark purple. Whoops. I'm just trying to get the colors to there. And it's thick. She thick. Let's see. Got some thick stuff going on here. That took some off. That's sad. Did not do what I thought I was gonna do. Oh, see, that's the only problem with using paper that's somewhat thin. Alright, I need to get that back in there. If it keeps coming off, it's most likely because it started to dry. I think I still got plenty on there. I don't know why I haven't. Have I not done this on the circle one before? This one's great on the circle one. It's such fun. Alright, what else can we do? I mean, you know, in case I don't have enough plates. I got another plate recently. Did you know that? Oh, and I'm waiting for my... Is today May 1st? I think they're coming today. Acrylic plates for under these. Let's see. What color? What color? What color? Let's use really dark purpley one. Oops. And let's do weird stuff like, oh, I know where my daisy stencil is. I'm obsessed with my daisy stencil. Oh, or maybe we'll do that other one that I just made again. Try it on a bigger scale here. Oh, that's fine. Alright, I usually try to start with the lightest color first. Just kind of get that in there. Then the next lightest. Then the darkest. Oh, they're pretty. Would have been better if I had brayered off. If I had brayered off the green, I would have got more of the purple. And then what I do here doesn't matter. I'm just trying to, because it's what's already on there that's gonna, like, it's whatever's under here. That's not gonna change much unless I go really deep here with what's happening. Nope, too fast. Alrighty. If I get paint on both sides, it will help. And the tissue paper, which I tried to make the tissue paper big enough. Oh, that's definitely big enough, but big enough to fit on here. Some of them are anyway. Some of them are smaller. I cut a bunch yesterday. Cut a few today. If I remember to cut them down before I go trying to open it up, it's a lot easier. Because, you know, once you open it up, you just have like this kind of a mess. You know, it's just... But if you cut them before you open them, it's a little easier. This one doesn't want to stay still because it's just on that little plasticky bit that it came with. I don't know what happened about the color, but I might. I don't know if I'll go darker or light. Actually, kind of cool. Kind of cool. And if I go in with that dark purple to pick it up plain, it will be really, but then it won't softer. I will see. We'll see. Let that dry. That's what we gotta do now. Let it dry, let it dry. So these are the acrylic plates that I ordered for the bigger. All right, that looks pretty dry now. Where's my quinacridone? I don't know. We'll try this. See if it does the same thing as the quinacridone, where it turns that even into more of a patina. Paper. I need to have some paper on hand. Okay. That's cardstock. Well, that's not that big of a deal. I could have sworn I had a pile of paper over here, though. Ouch. And I do have paper. It's just, oh, I wanted to see about, oh, that's gonna, oh my goodness. I gotta remember to try this the way I've been using the tissue paper, but I gotta be careful with that. Don't use the shiny side, maybe? I don't know. Also, she said try a small bit first, so just cut off a small piece. Is that side shiny? We'll see. Don't mind me. I'm just, you know, real prepared per usual. These are already done gel plates. That's not helpful. There's a pile of paper. I know I have one. Alright. Oh, there's that paper too. I think this is cotton paper, which I guess you don't get as clean and crisp of an image if you use like a more weave paper like that, but I'm okay with that. I'm not always going for crisp. My hairs are everywhere. It's annoying. That's how you guys are doing today, right? We're doing okay. I have not found a car yet, and my husband's check engine light went on, and my dad's back up in Massachusetts for a week, so we are down to 1 car, 3 drivers, no backup cars, and I know it totally stresses my husband out. He'll survive, though. He will survive. Do I have a piece I just pulled out for that? I don't know. I did not get that on straight even a little bit. So that's why if you ever see these in my store, they'll already be cut down most likely to like an 8 by 10 size. So this was Golden Fluid Acrylic Transparent Red Iron Oxide. Patricia made me buy it. So, and it does kind of patina out that agave, which is already a patina-like color, like, or maybe it grayed it out. The, I don't know. That's kind of cool how that came out. That is just the glued together pieces. It's a frankenstencil, is what it is. Oh, got a little crazing, which happens with the fluid acrylics. You can get some of that crazing happening. That's crazing right there with the little separates. So that is that. And I have to say, these newer fluid acrylics I've gotten really stink. As in they smell. My other ones, like the greener ones don't smell so much. The red tone ones do. It seems to me. Look at raw umber over here too. So that is what that stencil looks like. The frankenstencil, which would be fun to doodle on too, really. Anybody know where my? Oh, let's just do this the way I've been doing it. I need some brighter colors. That's what I need. Well, we've got teal, and that's what I need. I would like the quinacridone, I think. I don't know if you would call these spring colors. Is that better, Mariah? But these are the colors I've been playing with. The bright aqua green, light blue permanent, primary yellow, green, blue, and quinacridone magenta. I've just kind of been playing with these, mixing them up, because the primary yellow and the quinacridone magenta do affect other colors, which, you know, it's good to know. That's why if I use the blue-green with the quinacridone, with the primary yellow, it will turn green-green easily and quickly. I didn't get quite all the, okay, we'll just go here then. We'll end up with a little bit of orange too. Oops. And then I wanted to clean my brush off, otherwise I would just get muddy brown with this aqua color. Does look a little bit more red to me. I don't know if it looks more red on camera, but see, these paints stay on the whatchamacallit a little bit more, and so then I usually can get a really good print off from the stencil. Yeah, that's the word. I know you're going to be like, give me something else besides bloopy loops. Maybe later. That one's still a little bit wet. I know, my paint was thick. Told you she thick. What about this one? This one's better. Where's my... Alright, first, I want to put a little bit of this violet blue shift, red violet blue color shift on here, so that my C's, which are kind of like moons, my C's will be bright. They'll shine bright like a diamond. And we'll let that dry for a second, and then I'll put my lift color on there. Of course, I could have just done iridescent white, but it wouldn't have the color shift in it. You see what I'm saying? All right, what color did I use on this? Anybody? Oh yeah, that's really light. So, just gonna pick it up with some white. And apparently a little bit of red oxide that's still on the brayer. Need a little more white, I think. I don't really need as much on that side. The stencil's mostly over here. Oh, I think I'm okay. Alright, I'm going to use this pink. Sometimes I'll pull what's over there onto here because it just gives it a little interest on the back, like a first layer if you were going to do more stuff. Oh my word! Yes. I can't wait for my new acrylic block to come in for my bigger plates. Let's just put it that way. One of my shoulder hurts when I'm done. Could have waited. Could have left that on longer. But there was a bit of grunge on here from before. So that's what that ended up looking like. See, there was some crazing. What did I use? I used the really dark purple, which lightened up quite a bit. Well, I have some whatchamacallit in there. Oh my goodness. See, you can see where some of these can't connect, but that's alright. It's still kind of cool. There's no way to glue them all on one side of the thing. But as the paint builds up on the stencil, that might become a little less apparent. But it's still kind of cool. It's still a fun layer. Alright. This is supposed to just be a short play. Oh wait, but you want to see the dragonflies, right? sure as soon as I figure out where to put them. Hey, I found the daisies. But you've seen the daisies, I know. Ooh, X's and O's too. X's and O's, they want me. Could have sworn that I put my dragonflies in there, but no. Why would they be where I thought they'd be? Well, let's just do this until I can find the dragonfly. Or I could pause you and go, oh yeah, I know what you're saying. Pause and go look for the stupid dragonfly. Alright, I found them. Aren't they gorgeous? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm missing 2. There's 7 that comes with the set. And, oh, here, oh no, this was a perfectly imperfect one she sent me. So this is the other style of wings, which, you know, I'm probably going to get eventually, just like I got the Monarch Butterflies, because I couldn't help myself. Apparently there's another moth too, but we'll see. So this is the Monarch Butterflies. You can't see that. And yeah. And so those are really cool too. But I will have a play with those in another video because I'm trying to keep this video short. And it's already not happening because, yeah, I don't want to have to merge my videos. It's just a pain. Plus, you guys enjoy short videos, right? I mean, oh, don't lose, oh, wait, I want to use those. But I might need this paper that they're on, so I need to move those. Oh, and there's something fun I kind of do with them. That's why I got the Dragonfly paint, basically. Alright, so that's the green, blue, and we'll do some aqua with it. That's way more than I need. Alright, start with my lighter color. This just is my preference. I have enough here to cover the plate. Trying to blend in my corners here. Alright, now I have so much paint on here. I'm just gonna take a piece of this and just try to get up some of the paint, even if it's on the wrong side of the, yep, might have got too much paint. It's alright. No. There we go. Okay. So now we have our blue, green background. Bang. Sorry about the banging. It's just apparently what I do. So, and the thing is, if I don't know which way you're supposed to put them down. If I have them all going off the page, I'm going to be in trouble. So I have to have them all coming in towards the page. Otherwise, I lose my dragonfly privileges. Alright, if I cut this apart already, I should be able to get one piece, right? Because it didn't say how to cut apart. That's alright. See, it was all in a rectangle and I tried cutting the edges, but it didn't necessarily do what I wanted it to. Okay. Getting out all as much as I can out in between the wings, because this dark blue, the blue that we use is going to be like the line of the butterfly, and then I'm going to do something in the wings and then let that dry, and then I'll do my pickup layer will be like the sky behind them, I guess you could say. Use my fingers trying to get as much out of the middle as I can, because I want to do something special in there. So, but that's pretty cool too. I could have used paper, but I used tissue so I could get as much out of the wings as I could, which on the bigger one is a little bit easier. But that's okay. What did I do with that piece of stuff that I cut? I don't know. I'm going to just take these little strips that I end up with. Which, you know, won't these be kind of fun little pieces to use on collage sometime? Now, I'm going to take my Dragonfly glaze and a paintbrush. That'll work, I think. Probably want a bigger one than that. But last time, I used one that was too big and ended up getting it on the outside. So I'm just taking this Dragonfly glaze and I'm getting it down into the wings. So I'm going to pause. Okay, so I got the Dragonfly glaze on their wings. I want to kind of take it off from in the middle here. And then for their body, I'm going to use a paintbrush again. It'll have a little bit of Dragonfly glaze in it. What color do I want their bodies to be? They're usually fairly dark. I'm going to use the blue-green. Well, they're not always. Sometimes they're kind of a green color or whatever. I'm just going to paint that in their body bits. Trying to avoid their wings. The wings will have the sky color with the other color, the Dragonfly glaze, affecting it. And so I'm curious to see how that ends up looking. I got way too much paint here. I'm going to have to use it on another plate probably. So just coloring in the eyes, the mouth, but not in between the legs because that's not part of the body. And hoping for the best. And I'll set this aside to dry before I take my well, I could take the Dragonflies off and let that dry. So you have the shimmer in the wings, and we have the outline from the... So that definitely has to dry now. Set that aside to dry. What do I have? Do I have anything waiting here? I do have something waiting here. Alright, that is still wet. How sad is that? Still wet. That one is dry. So we can pick up this one. Should we go ahead and do our shiny bits? And then just some titanium. Oh, actually, I think this is what I'll do. I'll put this on here real quick. I won't even let it dry. I'm just going to put it on there. Then I'm going to take this, which will be affected by the Dragonfly glaze. There we go. And get a little bit of I know I keep banging. I'm sorry. It's what I do. Good, we got the whole thing up here this time. A little better. Trying to stay lined up. Try. So I think this is the 100% cotton paper that I got. I got a box of 100 at the thrift store one day, which was a fun find. But it's like, you know, some of it was still with the box and some of it's all over the house. So I'm not quite sure what I have where. But I've got stuff, you know. Just put that there for now. I just take whatever paper is next to me because it's going to end up... Oh, look at that. Oh. Well, I've just christened another shirt with paint. Why did I wear a shirt with no paint on it? I don't know if I knew. The only thing I knew I was going to come down here to do today was that crafty haul, which would have been a previous video. Could let this ripen some more, but with the cotton paper, I'm a little nervous to do that, but ooh, you can see the shine behind the bloopy loops. You see? I don't know if you can see the shine behind. See, the bloopy loop's not shiny, but behind it is. So it's kind of cool. Also, it's fun to say bloopy loops. Just saying. Whew. Which one of those paints stunk? Oh, I think the Dragonfly glaze might be a little on the smelly side. Kind of like a cat. Oh, let's pick this one up. What was I going to pick this one up with? Let's see. Oh, we've got the bright. Oh, I did want to use some of this. Did I already put that on there, didn't I? Let's use this bright green. Oh, what a mess. Because we have a variation of color on the stencil, the part that's on there. So I'll just use the, well, might still be a little variation of color because you know me, there's still some paint on my brayer. No. Alright, let's just go ahead and pick that up as quick. And I just got this gray paper here. Try to use that up. I don't know why I bought gray paper. Couldn't tell you. Now, a lot of times, sometimes what I'll do with these round ones is I'll cut them out and use them like a doily in the journal. You know what I'm saying? So, isn't that pretty? Did I get it down to the bottom a little low? I just made it. So that'll be, in the crescents themselves have a little bit of shine to them. Let's see, can I pull it? I think that Dragonfly is going to have to dry for a little bit. Oh yeah, that pulled off pretty, almost, not quite completely. So yeah, and then I would cut that out in a circle and just use that. Now if I can register the same side, or just do another jelly plate print on the back even, so then it just would be a circle as well. So, but if I were going to make some t-shirts, I would definitely want to use this. Like some of my shirts, like the one I'm wearing that I just got paint on, those would be my test shirts. So I'm sorry, we're gonna have to wait for the Dragonfly. I'll try to tag it onto the end, even though, why am I putting that over there? It has a spot over here. And also that other one that is just like, does not want to dry. I'll turn the fan on and see if that will do something. I mean, it's pretty thick on there. Let's see. Let's see what we can do to... Oh, not that one. Oh my goodness, papers are starting to stick together over here now. Oh man, yeah, I do it myself, so I can't blame Miho. She stacked hers, and I'm like, oh, I can't use them now. They were pretty cool too. Let me just lightly on that to get some of the wettest pieces off, because I got enough paint on there that I should still have plenty to pull. I just don't have the patience to pull. I could use white, which would be a good color to use, but I'm going to use the palmetto because I can. Because, I don't know, a lot of these colors, greens and blues, I think of as neutral because they look good with pretty much any color you are picking them up with. Like, you know, they look good with pinks and reds, and they also look good with blues and greens. It just feels like a neutral to me. Oh, come on. Boy, that one's on a thing, and it's still doing it. Probably because it's on another piece of paper. I hear a van. Is it my acrylic plates? Could it be? Could it be? I know I'm not going to let it ripen. I'm just going to pull it. Nope, I'm going to let it ripen. Do you have an idea of what it's going to look like, though? Oh my goodness. Like that. It almost gives, I don't know if that green gives it sort of an almost retro feel or aged feel. Maybe it's like peeled paint, sort of. Even though it's not. Let's see. Is this one ready? To add, it's still very wet. So I'm going to let that dry. But now you've seen the dragonflies, and you've seen, you know, how, what I'll do is, I'll let this dry, and I'm probably going to use this to pull it with, or I have a beach glass one too I could pull it with, but possibly this one. Or this one mixed with white. This is the light blue permanent, or a light blue of some sort. And I'll make that the picture. The whatchamacallit picture. Oh, what do you call it? I don't know. I'm going to have to merge this video anyway. I went over my time. All right. Well, anyway, let me put this back up here so it's safe. Either that or I will add it to the end of this video. But for right now, so stay to the end after this because there may be that pull. So this is what we did today. Try to be quick. It's hard because, you know, once you start playing with the jelly plate, you just want to keep going. But my main deal today was to just try out that frankenstencil. And then I got to show you the bloopy loops and the dragonflies. What else did I get? Oh, I got the X's and O's as a birthday present. And I think, did that one come in this order? I can't remember. I bought kind of a lot of stencils from PM Artist Studio, and I love them all. I haven't found one yet that I don't like, and I don't think I ever will. And there's more I want to order, so if you want me to order more stencils to play with and show you, feel free to, down in the description box, there's a buy me a coffee. So, you know, if you ever want to support me by buying me a coffee, that's much appreciated. And it will probably go to things like stencils. And then I get fun little freebies from her that I then glue together and make my own stencils. All right. Y'all have a delightful day, except hopefully in a second you'll see the pull of the dragonflies. Love you guys. Okay, I've already moved my paper because I tried doing something with it and it's over to the side somewhere. So we have the dragonflies, which I think they're dry. It's really hard to tell because, you know, that shiny. And I got my acrylic plate. I might try to cut this one down some. Either the plate is a little bit bigger than 12 inches or spreads out a little bit, or the acrylic plate is a little bit smaller than 12 inches. But I couldn't find the 13 by 13 that I saw last week, of course. Now, this is the beach glass I mentioned. So I have that, or I have this aqua sky, or the sea foam. I think I want to do beach glass. I think that might be a good color to pick it up with. All right, do I have my paper handy? I'm gonna make sure I have my pickup paper handy. I should use a 9 by 12 piece of paper, and then I can get these extra bits on the edges too. But I considerably, oh man, sorry. Well, there might also be a little bit of green gold in the background because why would anything go smoothly when I'm doing it? Oh, I'm trying to pick stuff up. All right, let's get that on there. And find a piece of, where is it? Hey, where are those strips I had? Those would be good for this. Be good for picking up that stuff on the edges. Right? Right. Sure it will. There we go. Yeah, there was some green gold on my brayer from what I was doing before I turned the camera on. Oh, let's just go ahead and, yeah. So the background's going to be a lot more green than I planned. But let's hope it's like a happy accident, right? Oh, got a little bit off the edges. I figure if I use these strips on the edges, I'll end up with some nice, fun pieces to use in collage, maybe. I don't know. But yes, my background ended up being a lot more green than I had anticipated or hoped. I think we're going to have to let that ripen a minute, though. I'll show you how the other plate is. See, the 12 by 12 I mean, it fits on the plate, but there's not extra room. In fact, it's hanging over here, but it's not hanging over here. So if I could have gotten the 13 by 13 inch, that would have been better. But couldn't find it. Like I could find, last week I could find it, but then when I went back to buy it, couldn't find it. Still, at least, and these are like 1/8 inch. They're thicker than the other ones that I have. This would probably be safer if I put it up there. Yeah, because these are like 3 millimeter or 0.08 inches. So they're probably what, maybe, is that a 1/16 of an inch? I don't know. I mean, they're thick enough and strong enough for what I need. But when I went to look for the 12 by 12 plates, you know, it was just the thicker ones that came up. So, well, the green wasn't bad. All right, I really want to, all right, it's better if I just let it sit for a minute so I can get all the drag. But can you see how the wings, oh no, should we pull it or not? Let's see, let's check this corner real quick. Oh, it wants to rip. Why? I think I need to oil a couple of my plates here. Well, the dragonfly's coming up. That's the important bit. And also, there'll be something left that'll be of interest to another pull. Whoops. Oh, man. Alright. Weird stuff happened. Maybe because I used a brush. The heads are not... See, that head didn't come off at all. So this one has a nice clear body. This one, the head didn't quite do what it needed to do. This one, I lost the head completely. But, you can always put a pocket there. If I use this for a journal page, you know, I'll have that, and then I could put a pocket or something there to cover the messed up one. Or maybe I just tried too much. I don't know. But the wings are really cool because they've got like that dragonfly shimmer using the dragonfly glaze. In case I didn't say it before, which I don't think I did. Folk Art. That's the brand. Folk Art Dragonfly. There's different tones. Dragonfly glaze. That's hard to say. This one, it's a color changing top coat. So, that's why I put it on before I put the paint. Because if I put it under the last layer, it's not going to show. Because if you remember, you know, whatever we put on first ends up being our top coat of this. And that's why in the other ones, when I didn't put it on the very top coat, but I put it on the pickup coat before I put the pickup color. And that's how I got, you know, flat with shine behind it. And I'm going to keep working on my dragonflies. They need work. Also, letting this sit on the plate longer would have helped. But I was impatient. So, I love the details in the wings. It's so cool. But yeah, and I use a brush. You guys saw me. Y'all saw me. Did I have another one that I didn't show? Oh, I think it was just that one. You guys saw that. Alright, y'all have a delightful day. I'll tag this on to the end of that video. So now it's goodbye for reals.